Hello, today we are getting a little bit more futuristic and we are looking into the new Google's research project, Astra. And this is a prototype that explores the future of universal AI assistants and it shows how they can be our companions on day-to-day life. So Astra combines multimodal capabilities, voice, text, and integration with an app. And this is what makes the experience with it so immersive. It can hear you, it can see what you see, and it knows what you're scrolling on the phone. And this is something that makes it extra special. So in this demo, Astra helped a user with tons of things to remember a door code, to explain laundry symbols, and this is something that I will benefit from for sure. And it even guided the user through the city as they were walking by as tourists. For example, when the user pointed a camera on the sculpture, which is named My World and Your World, AI has identified it correctly, named the architect, and basically explained the artistic theme behind it. So it's like your companion buddy with whom you can chat and ask different things and get back the answers, and all of this in real time. So what makes Astra stand out is how it adapts to your context. It doesn't just give you a generic answer, it understands where you are and what you need, whether you are navigating a public transport in London, pointing a camera to the bus and asking if it goes to the place where you want to reach, or if you are helping with gardening in New York, or if you are choosing a book for your friend. This level of personalization and awareness of the context is something really special, and this is what makes it so powerful. It shows that AI becomes more of an integrated tool into the everyday life of everyday people. I myself was in Vienna recently, and I used ChatGPT voice and text functions to navigate through the city. It was, frankly speaking, a little bit clunky. It helped, but when I was switching between this multimodality like text and video, it wasn't really helping that much. There were some glitches when I was sending audio and then switching to text, this kind of thing. That's why Google's bet on multimodal interactions from the first release, and by the way, they have started it 1 year ago, and this what we see now is just a continuation. And this is a very smart move, and because it basically emulates what human does, because people can see you, can hear you, and can basically see your screen. So it's very close to a companion buddy. Now, what does it mean for businesses? It basically means that AI is becoming a part of everyday life for consumers. This signals many different opportunities and actually threats, to be honest, but I wanted to touch upon one particularly interesting concept. I see a glimpse of this in Astra, and it's about the future of user interactions with smartphones and all the smart devices like iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, whatever. It's likely to evolve into a dynamic of more like voice in and recommendation out. Let me explain you. I think that people don't want to think in general. In the future, they just want to tell their phone, order me something that I enjoy, or buy me a book that I would love to read, or get me a concert ticket for this weekend. They don't want to search. They don't want to read reviews and this kind of stuff. They want something, AI, to know them and just advise them things. So they would basically articulate their desires rather than specifying the company or the product that they want to work with and to buy from. And large language models like Astra would know their users very well because they analyze the tons of data from their phones, what they search, what websites do they visit, and what was their order, what was their conversation history, and many, many, many more data points. This would enable the AI to make highly personalized and effective decisions on behalf of the user without requiring them to think about anything, right? You just probably need to configure your budget and this kind of stuff. And while this might sound like a wild fantasy, I think it's a not so distant reality. It's just a matter of 3-5 years from now. While Astra is an excellent showcase of AI's growing role, what excites me more is the broader trajectory of AI in personal and business context. It's like a shift of the technology that we are experiencing now. It's a shift of how customers, consumers, regular people are interacting with this technology. Because imagine this, we are moving towards a world where the interface disappears or becomes unnecessary. So instead of apps, buttons, or screens, we'll simply tell what we want, and AI will take care of our needs, whether it's ordering groceries, managing schedules, or even creating a business strategy. AI like Astra, in a couple of years from now, will enable this frictionless interaction. For businesses, this could mean rethinking customer engagement entirely. Instead of selling products, focus on embedding themselves into seamless AI-driven ecosystems. Now, this is definitely not something that would happen tomorrow, and it's not something that you as a business owner need to think about super actively now. But I think it's extremely important to understand the trajectory. It's very important to know where the technology is moving and how it's going to affect consumer behavior longer run. And I think the trajectory that I have mentioned is actually something that is very, very probable because it aligns perfectly with the human nature. Because people do not want to think much. Come on, who wants to think? The larger the business is, the more critical it is to stay informed about these emerging trends. Because these changes might seem distant, and I get this, but once they take hold, they completely disrupt the way that businesses operate. So to stay ahead, businesses must actively anticipate the direction of change and start making incremental adjustments now by placing a bet on what they think the likely trajectory would be. If you would do so, you do not only prepare for what's coming, but also stay positioned to capitalize on the opportunities that the new technology, AI, brings to the table. So you need to stay informed about AI, you need to think about the future, and you need to think about how consumers are going to use it. It's going to change a lot of things, and pretty soon. See you. Thank you.